Hey there, fellow butchers, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter. Episode 41, Feeding Myself, Hook or by Crook. I don't want to just badmouth Zomboid, I truly don't, but the levels of complexity that this latest update has added is great when all you do is play Zomboid 24/7, 365. And it's really unnecessarily complex for everybody else. I've quit games for less, I'll put it that way. Not that I'm like gonna quit Zomboid, but like they've definitely not made the game more accessible over time. In fact, I would argue the very opposite. I like how I'm just like taunting the zombie. I'm doing all the woodworking like right in front of him. Apparently it's making me really tense. Which, yeah, fair point. Yeah, well, one of the reasons why I think they're making things more complicated than it's needed is like putting carving, napping, and like there's just a lot like the crafting. I don't know. I think like having glass making, carving, and napping and things like that in here is just like, why? For some players that like want to survive for years, it might make sense to have those skills, but the average player isn't doing that. The average player doesn't interact with Zomboid living for years, where they need to like learn how to make glass to make windows again. And on top of that, I would also counter argue, you don't need windows in this game. Like, there is not a situation where you actually need windows. Full stop. So having all of these like crafting elements that add complexity, but aren't necessary for basic survival, like just don't make a whole lot of sense. Also, having napping and I don't know, if it was up to me, I think what I would do is I would take napping, carving, foraging, tracking, trapping, and just put it under one giant umbrella of like survival skills, like wilderness survival, rather than having like multiple different skill trees. Just like put it on under a big umbrella of like you're outside in the wilderness surviving, and then adjust the experience ratios accordingly, so you can't just like blow through all of wilderness survival by foraging, you know, something like that. I don't know, just because I can't imagine like playing Zomboid and be like, oh, you know what I really want to do? I want to carve sticks for 4 hours. Like, said no one ever, you know? All right, so we're going to add mushrooms or berries. I forget what I added. Mushrooms, berries. Apparently thistles cannot be added and acorns cannot be added. They don't count as bait. So I'll forge up some more bait for this. Back into the woods. Might be a good way to like grind nimble experience. I got a cow skull? What the hell? That'd be pretty creepy to stumble on in the woods. Chives. Yum. Can I just eat them? I mean, I am a little hungry. Why is my character absolutely exerted and exhausted from, like, walking for 20 minutes in the forest? Like, killing 1,500 zombies, no problem. Forging some acorns, you're exhausted. Well, I didn't know. Oh. Let's see. La cucaracha. I didn't end up forging up too much that's going to be useful. But the traps are out. So, crew, what do you want me to do tomorrow? If you want me to get food, we could consider other means, which is hunting, butchery, scavenging. If you want me to fix up the base further, there's always more stuff to do. I'll leave it up to you guys. Is it because I have a crowbar in my hand? No, it is not. That is not why I'm exhausted. Oh, the key to this car was just on the ground. Car sucks, but a free car is a free car. So we've got a little more than half the traps are baited. And we'll see if that helps. Oh, some berries. Let's put these in. If I am actively trapping, the other thing that I could consider, I'm going to discard the bait that was on there, which was like a bug. Oh, and I can't add the berry? Okay. There's literally a berry right... Whatever. If we're trying to get protein through trapping, it might make sense for me to read the trapping books as well, so that when I am successful in trapping, I level it up better. I think my trapping is... No, we already read it. Good. So, if we do end up finding anything and trapping something, I get some good XP from it. I don't want to fight that zombie down there because I'm too exhausted. Am I crouching? No, I'm not crouching. I'm just walking. This is normal walking. Oh, broadleaf plantain. Like right up in our base. And comfrey. Apparently the foraging was really good, like, next to our car. I didn't know. It is crazy to me how tired my character is. And just gentle walk through the forest. So, another day of food acquisition seems to be the case. So I'll ask you guys specifically what kind you want me to do. Let's go ahead and eat a bunch of acorns. That sounds good. So, for food. How to get the food? Scavenge. Hunt. Farm butcher. Those are the three choices. I'll leave trapping off because we already tried trapping. So whether it's successful or not, I don't want to keep putting eggs in that basket if it ends up yielding nothing. Yeah, I don't think my character's ever been this tired. No, don't sleep on the ground. This tired this early, and it was just from like some low-key foraging. It's madness. Farm butcher. Ah, I see. Changing up the strategy. No multiply stew option? Yeah, no perpetual stew option. Oh, wait. Didn't I stick this key into the car? Why do I still have it? I think all of the random keys that I have, I'm just gonna, like, drop on the ground over here and promptly forget that they're there. I don't need to be, like, hauling keys around forever. Wow, I just filled up on acorns? So I can eat 15 kilos of soup, no problem. But eating 5 acorns, and that's just... forget it. That's too much. Zomboid never change. Never change. So if we're trying to butcher from a farm, let's analyze the map real quick. So we know that there's like ranch land out east, right? That's probably going to be the place to get our farm animals, I'd imagine. And it would also be a good opportunity to fill up the gas in our Jeep, in our van. So I'm gonna top up the gas can upstairs into the generator and then head east to the gas station, the standalone little micro station, and try to find farm animals there. This crowbar, I might want to take the other crowbar. Both of the broken crowbars coming with me. Oh, before I leave, let's check up on those crops. So we had 3 crops die. But what I'm curious about is if there's more that will die as a result of some sort of disease. Yep. I think so. Ted lettuce. I wonder. So I have two thoughts. One, that it's some sort of disease I can't detect because of my lack of farming skill. And the other is maybe because there's a roof over it. That might be another reason. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to prophylactically dig up the crops around the dying crops. I don't think farming, honestly, is ever going to really yield food for me because of how long it takes for farm crops to actually yield food. It's not days or weeks, it's months. So it's not likely that that my farm's ever really going to be all that helpful to me. It was just like a thing to do. I'm not too invested in that stuff surviving. Why am I in pain? From shoveling 3 plots? And the muscle strain makes very little sense. Like, I can murder dozens of zombies over the course of, like, a single hour with a crowbar. Oh, hi. I didn't know you were there. But, like, digging up a few leaks is, like, tragically tiring. I'm actually going to leave this gas in here. So updating the priority, refuel van, and find farm animals. So the farm animals that I end up finding are going to have to be small enough because I don't have an animal trailer. It's possible that I actually pick up an animal trailer with the van. If I can, I will. But if not, it's going to have to be like something that could fit in the back of the van dead. Because without an animal trailer, I'm not going to be able to bring like a cow home or something like that. And the other thing we're going to want is a butcher hook. Where is it? No, not... What menu is it in? Because we're going to want to... Oh, it's in building, not in crafting. A butcher hook would need planks, nails, and claw hammer, and allows you to butcher animals more easily while getting leather and meat from them. So once we get an animal to butcher, we'll also want to set up a butcher hook so that we don't waste anything. Ooh, second try. Make a cricket farm. Just commit to insect protein. I'm surprised my fuel's so low. You know what? Let's go ahead and put this gas can's worth in too, because I wouldn't want to run out of fuel like out on the road. I didn't realize we were so low on fuel. Maybe my fuel is the tank is punctured or something. The gas tank health is pretty bad, but I don't think it's punctured. This poor van, man. Alright, so in terms of the directions, we are taking a left and then taking the right and following it all the way down to the T intersection to go refuel. And this will give us a good idea of zombie repopulation, because we had cleared a lot of the way between... I mean, I already have a lot of evidence that, like, zombies have just repopulated randomly, disregarding respawn rules. But This stretch of road was previously pretty cleared. It actually looks... I'm not going to say it looks cleared, but it doesn't look so bad. It's like manageable. I spoke too soon. Oh, freaking parking meters. Actually, given how poorly this van handles off-road, I probably want to stay on the road. I'll just try to wiggle through these, this swarm. Oops. Well, you might see some of the new ragdoll mechanics. Van, I'm sorry. Okay, yep. No low-key about it. The zombies in this town have fully respawned. That road was empty last I played. And now there's like 50. Is there a known detour around it? I could have taken... Yeah, I could have gone around them, but it might not have been any better. What business is this? Outside notes. I've been in there, but I forget what that is. Excuse me, I'm gonna look it up real quick. It's a bar. Okay. So if we open up the designate zones, good if I didn't have it overlaid right on top of the van. We open up designate zones when we're near animal designated areas. We'll know it. They'll pop up. Oh god, they'll pop up on nearby livestock zones, and that will allow us to know where we can grab livestock. And then if there's I should have probably brought a handgun or something, because if there's like deer, it would be also helpful to like just hunt. Despite the fact that you voted for me to get, like, farm livestock. But I'll keep my eye out. Worst case scenario, I could try to, like, reverse the van into the deer. Although, more than likely, that wouldn't work. This is weird. Every time I hit a bush, I'm getting, like, red error codes. I did it again. Didn't get the error codes this time. I'm definitely driving too fast for this tight country road with trees all around. This is how you... Oh, I went the wrong way. Fresh acorns. Well, I think my vans looked better. This thing is, looking rough. I just put those on the ground. Let's try that again. Nope, stop. Try that again. There we go. So van's full, and all the cans are full. Doesn't leave a lot of room for animals, but let's check up on the van just to make sure it's going to keep running, because it's in pretty rough shape. So the front left tire, all the tires are in bad shape, but the rear left is really bad. The engine's still fine, but the hood is pretty wrecked. And the gas tank isn't holding a lot of gas anymore. I mean, we're gonna have to do something about this van eventually, because it's pretty screwed. So next up, we try to find farm animals, and quite frankly, I'm not really sure we're going to find any, because all the potential ranch spots that we drove past coming in, I thought would have more animals. So I'll try up this way with fingers crossed, and just have you guys keep an eye out for anything that might be edible out there. Yeah, if I wanted to repair or replace this van, like I said before, the level up my mechanics so that I can hotwire vehicles is going to be a lot easier than trying to actually fix this thing. You need particularly high mechanic skill to, like, do a lot for the metalwork of the van, but it doesn't take much to be able to... It doesn't take a lot of mechanic skill to just learn hot wiring, to essentially, like, Slim Jim a new vehicle and hotwire it. Alright, there is a ranch here. What I don't understand is why it's not highlighting as a nearby livestock zone, though. Like, I'm staring at livestock. Hello? Why aren't the livestock zones? Is this not a livestock zone? This is weird. Oh, okay. So that's, I guess I need to just, like, click it often or something? No, I'm not trying to grab pig dung. This is an adult. Alright. We are going to... I don't know how you died. We just murdered you with our brains like River Tam. Pick it up and we'll butcher it on a butcher hook that we build back at base. So how heavy are you? Encumbrance 257. So this thing weighs more than me by a factor of 4. So I'm gonna guess I'm gonna get 4 pounds of meat out of a 260-pound animal. What do you guys' guess? I'm gonna drop it. Oh, drop it. Where is it? I'll get 4 pounds of meat and turn it into 15 pounds of stew. Yeah, that sounds about right to me. I'll get 5 ounce. I'll get a 5 ounce pork chop. All your answers are potentially correct. Alright, obviously it's not going to the trunk, so I'm just gonna have it in my lap. Yep, game seems to find that fine. So if I had an animal trailer, I could like pick up a live one and stick it in an animal trailer. But because I don't have an animal trailer, I gotta do this the grizzly way, which is to kill it and sit with it in my lap. I'm just driving down this way a little bit to see if there is a livestock trailer that I could find before turning around and heading back home. Error. Is it another decimal mistake? No. I mean, it's always been the case in Zomboid ever since they released the unstable branch that, like, massive animals provide very little meat, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I'd imagine that people are probably going to mod Zomboid to fix that, because in real life, if you have like a 260 pound or kilogram hog and you butcher it, that's like food for as long as you can keep the meat from spoiling. All right, so there is a chicken farm here. Got it. Actually, you know what? Before I go back, I want to check out... So there's a generator here, but I want to check out in here. Hi. Come on out. Come on out. Because I know I don't have a lot of crowbars, and I was kind of hoping. Oh, cauliflower. Bacon. Oh, that's a freezer. Fertilizer. Marigolds. Bandsaw. Animal care. I don't have that book. And magazine of blossoms and blooms. Or blooms and blossoms. So that's like growing season for stuff. Farmer's guide for making barbed wire from wire and scarecrow. More seed packets. And this garden basket has a crap ton of things in it. Leather gloves. Tons of seeds. Okay. Well, it was worth stopping for. I'm also going to go to their tool shed, too. This place seems like it has some stuff. I was hoping for weapons, though, and didn't find any. So I got Animal Care 1. I don't... oh, you know what? I already have Animal Care 1. I was thinking of Butchery 1. So this gets thrown out. I have mechanics 1? Yep. Okay. And an almost empty ox tank? Yep. Let's see if the farmhouse has, dried goods. It also... No, those are stairs up, not down. Never mind. Key to the residence. Mac and cheese. Hey, that's something. And cereal? Hell yeah. I must say, this place is pretty sparsely decorated. Except for downstairs. What is this, the, Y'all know what meme I'm, or what THQ. I sit here and I turn it up to 1,000. This basement's hilarious. I don't know if it's the basement of an audiophile or a serial killer. Bit of both. THX rather. Yeah, it's interesting. What tool is that? Metal shears? Yeah. Don't look in the walls. I think we know what's in the walls. Well, he's a man of simple tastes. Carrots and steak. We're assuming it's a man. It could be a woman. Loving here. Alright, well, the good news is I can mark these down as looted. Alright, this little piggy's going to market. So, let's bring it to market now. Pick up. So we'll go back home, and we will butcher this bad boy and see how much I brought home the bacon. Maybe check for eggs? Oh, that's not a bad idea. Wait, where's the pig? Oh, here it is. I'm like wearing the pig. I'm used to having things in that section of my inventory. Yeah, they even have some chicks. Hutch. Open egg hatch. Nope. No eggs. Thank you for tuning in to Project Zomboid Brandenburg Shelter, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow zombie apocalypse survivors.